Hey gang, it's Dusty Thunder, and of course, I have to be sporting all of my Chiefs gear one last time. I say one last time, I'm probably going to keep wearing it for a while here to celebrate the Super Bowl win, so you'll just have to deal with me for a little bit longer, huh? We have a special story for you here. This is one that is an older post from Reddit. However, we've been tagged on this a bajillion times on TikTok with people asking us to cover it, so we're going to cover it. This came from the Am I the Devil subreddit, and it does not have a specific AITA title, so we're just going to roll with it, and we'll see what happens. This is a throwaway, as I do not want this connected to my main Reddit account for reasons that will become apparent if they aren't already. I met my husband 4 years ago, and it was love at first sight. He was a widow and had a daughter, now 17. It was tough to deal with, I won't lie, but I wanted to be with him so badly that it didn't matter. We got married 2 years ago, and we've had our struggles. I won't deny, but overall, it's been a very happy, love-filled marriage. At the beginning of our relationship, I was really jealous of his late wife. He had pictures of her around his home. His family loved her and talked about her. His daughter, the same thing. His friends, the same. It was tough. I was comparing myself to her. She was beautiful, intelligent, successful. She was a great mother, friend, wife, whatever you can think of. I know that people don't like to speak ill of the dead, but I believe them when they say these things. I did speak to my then boyfriend about these feelings, and he even took down some of the pictures later in our relationship. Still, his house never felt like my home, as it felt like it was still hers. When we got engaged, we decided we would buy our own home, and we moved in right before we got married. Side note, this was very stressful with a wedding so soon after. Would not recommend. During the moving process, I found box after box of old photos and other materials. Photos of his ex. Family photos. Photos of them together, baby photos, everything. Some of these were Polaroids, they were so old. They had been together for many, many years and had so much history together. I don't know why at that moment I snapped, but I did. I threw the ones with her away. When we were putting up photos in the new house, I didn't put any of her except one with my stepdaughter. There was a box of her things and I donated some of the items and threw the rest away. I even went onto the computer and deleted photos she had stored there. At the time, I felt like I won, maybe? I don't even know what I was thinking this would accomplish, but I did it. For the past 2 years, my husband hasn't noticed. My stepdaughter turns 18 soon. She's a very intelligent girl. She graduated early, goes to a top-tier school, and is very well adjusted for someone who lost her mother so young. We have never been that close. I care for her, I do, but she never opened up to me and has never viewed me as a mom to her. I understand, but it hurts. Anyway, my husband's mom wanted photos of her as she was putting something together for her. I went to look for them, and as you can imagine, they weren't there. He asked me about them, and I admitted everything to him, as I wasn't going to lie to him. He's been in tears half the time when he's speaking to me and won't sleep in the same room as me. I have tried to explain that I have felt guilty ever since and why I did it, but he doesn't care. He asked me what he's supposed to tell his daughter. Some of the materials I donated/threw away were really important. I know that I screwed up. I know that I need to make this up to my husband and his daughter, but I don't know how to. This was such a monumental screw up on my part. I have always been jealous of her and I did not handle my emotions correctly. I have tried to track down photos of her by other people. And while I did find some from his parents and her friends, her parents died when she was young and she was raised by her grandparents who are now dead. There aren't many out there. Reddit, I love my husband and I want to fix this more than anything. I know that I am hormonal right now and my mind is wandering around to every outcome that could happen, but what if this is the end of my marriage? I can't let that happen and I need to fix this. Too long don't read. Around 2 years ago, I threw away photos of my husband's late wife. He found out and now can't stand to be around me and is so sad. How can I fix this? What can I do? I screwed up. I need help. Imagine being so insecure that you tried to erase someone's existence. Someone who had passed away. Someone who was very important to people that you love in your life because you felt threatened by the benchmark that they provide. Not that it's going to erase her memory from the people that you feel like compare you to her. Not that it's going to remove all the things and feelings that they have in here from her just because you don't want to look at her anymore. Just because you don't want the reminder of that benchmark that you don't feel like you're ever going to live up to. Imagine being so insecure that you would rob a child of memories of her mother and rob your husband of the memories of his late wife because you are insecure and there's no other reason for it. I don't think you can come back from that. I don't think that you can fix this. There is no fixing this. You destroyed one-of-a-kind memories. This is an unforgivable. And she says in here that she doesn't want to lie. Like she won't lie to her husband, but she did. She lied whenever she did this in the first place 2 years ago. I don't think there's any coming back from hiding something for years, which just makes it worse. That compounds the problem here. And if she was overcome by this feeling of insecurity in that moment when she decided she was going to get rid of all of this stuff and literally destroy these memories that this girl would have had of her mother and he would have had of his late wife, it's evil. I don't think there's any other word for it but evil, which is definitely in the AScon 1 territory here, isn't it? OP, you are an unspeakable AScon 1 to let your insecurities rob the people that you supposedly love of the memories of someone that they loved. I have no idea what you could do to ever make up for this. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's a way. Comments? Tell me, is there a way to make up for all this? I don't see it. And I'm normally pretty good at seeing solution paths here, and I'm just not seeing one. How freaking sad. This is just a heartbreaking story. This OP sucks. This OP AScon 1 sucks. Damn.